This is a Mercedes-Benz S-Class 2006. Hello everyone, welcome to External Star Channel. My name is Marek and today I'm gonna review this beautiful Mercedes-Benz S-Class from 2006 made by AutoArt. And this is actually the W221 model, yeah, so the successor of 220. And actually this one was produced between 2006 and 2013, while in 2013 it was replaced by the 222, which I already reviewed. It was my first video on YouTube, and this is actually one of the most beautiful cars, and it was made by AutoArt, and it was quite difficult to get one. Alright, and because so many people are asking me where I purchased this car, first let's check online if we can get them and what is the price.
I was not really able to find some W221 1 to 18 scale on eBay, so what I did is that I searched images to find some of them which were already sold some time ago, and there are actually two of them here, and the first one was sold for $450. Yeah, it was in the United States, and the second one then for $450 US in Hong Kong, and there's actually one more sold recently for almost $600 US. Yeah, this was the silver one, which is typically cheaper than the black one, and all of them AutoArt Mercedes-Benz S-Class W221. Okay, and it's of course very rare, as they write here. And then they have plenty of them which are the W222 right now for $400 US, but this is already the new one, and this actually is the white one, which is a little bit cheaper.
Let me start the review just in the front, like I do it all the time. And here, what you can see here is this Mercedes-Benz star, and this time it's a little bit thick. You know, sometimes it's a little bit smaller and thinner. Here it seems like it's a little bit thicker, and yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but I don't know, maybe it's the same like on the real car. Then we have the front grille, and if you check the details, it's nicely perforated, and you can also see the ventilator inside, which is something very beautiful. Later I will also open the hood, and you will see that there is really the ventilator inside. And then you have the headlights, and these are actually not so beautiful, and this is actually the 2006 model, because later there was a facelift which already had the daylights here, the LED. There was a line here beneath, but this one is the older one, and it doesn't have the LED lights for as the daylights. Okay, and then you can also see here you have the parking sensors, 1, 2, and okay, that's it. And there are also the fog lights here, and there's also some more space here. And also, what I don't like so much is actually the license plate with this S-Class, and there is nothing else, only this S-Class. Okay, I prefer when it's, for example, with a white background and black letters on it, but here this looks not so beautiful. Okay, and if I check the wheels, they are nice. However, there is also the AMG made by AutoArt, and the AMG has much better wheels. Yeah, these are not so yeah, it's maybe just my personal feeling, but I don't like them so much. It's nice rubber. There's also the brake disc, the brake calipers, everything is like detailed, but I don't like the style. Okay, so there are like 5 stripes here, or 5 different, I don't know how to call them, but I don't like it so much. And then we have the doors, and here I also see that sometimes it's not really in line. Like here you can see this part here, it's not really in line, and maybe also here there is a small gap, or I don't know, the quality is not 100%. It was not so cheap, it's actually quite expensive, but the quality is not superior, it's just, I would say, average. The rear wheels exactly the same as the front ones. You can also spin them. And then you have, oh, actually, when I touch the rubber, it's quite soft, and I shouldn't do that because I don't want to damage it. And then you have the gas door, which cannot be opened, but that's fine. And then we have the rear part of the car. And here again, we have this black license plate. It's not my favorite, and actually the car is quite dusty, isn't it? So when I see it from this angle, I can see all the dust here. Maybe I should remove it with my brush, and I will just do that. And it's the problem with all the black cars, because the dust is always there. And then we have the rear lights, and these are quite beautiful, and you'll also see those chrome parts. So yeah, there are many details to this light, like here the red part, then black, then transparent white, and again the red one. Okay, and then there is this another one, the Mercedes-Benz star, it's the logo. And when I check here, there is also this third parking light, which is actually needed for all the cars in the modern era. From this side it looks exactly the same, and you can also check here, there is an antenna, and there is also the glass window on the roof, but this cannot be opened, unlike some other models where it can be done. When I check the rear mirrors, they cannot be folded and unfolded, unfortunately. So another feature which is not on this car, on this model. At least you can turn the front wheels, and there, of course, it is connected to the steering wheel. Yeah, so you can also see how this is turning. And let me also check the suspension, if the suspension is working or not. No, there is actually no suspension on this one. It's not working, obviously. Okay, so let me also open the hood and check the engine, what is inside. All right, will it hold? Yeah. All right. So, what kind of engine can we see here? It's not that obvious. Okay, so we see all the small details. And here's the ventilator, as I already mentioned. There are some, yeah. Okay, fuel is going through this, and then we have some filters here even. Okay, what does it say here? Not sure if I can zoom on that. No, I really can't read that. It's so tiny. Maybe if there is something written, it's so small that I cannot read it. There is a battery here. It's white. And then we have a few more parts here. I think this is connecting the suspension. This could be the liquid for cleaning the windows, I'm not sure. And the engine itself, it looks like, I don't know, V8. It's probably not the V12, yeah. But I'm not sure, because there is only one big cover. I cannot really see what is beneath, and this cannot be removed. But there are many small details, and I like what is here. And yeah, that's very beautiful. And this model is not really new, you know. Maybe 10 years ago, manufacturers were not so focused on some details as they are now recently. Let me also check what is here in the trunk. Okay, I can open it, and it's not really holding. But there is carpeting all over it, and yeah, it's quite soft and nice to touch. but there is nothing else. Yeah, so there is actually nothing, only the gray carpeting. Okay, now it's closed, and I think it's just time to also check what is inside.
What I also found online is this video where somebody is comparing this W221 it's actually the S500 versus the S63 AMG, and there are based on this video some differences, and I actually have this first one, this S-Class, and they compare it to the second one, which is the AMG. Okay, and there are many details reviewed here, and I want to show you especially some of the differences inside. And what they mention is that this one has leather seats inside. Yeah. So this is the AMG, and here it should be leather really inside. I'm not sure if this is visible. And it also has a little bit better wheels. Yeah, so unfortunately I was not able to find this one. I only have this S500. This one looks a little bit better, but yeah, both of them are really precious.
Alright, so the interior actually looks quite nice, and let me start here with those doors and what is visible here. So you can see all the door handles and then all the settings for the front seats. It's quite detailed, yes it is. And then here are the controls for the windows, and this is actually just a sticker, and okay, this is just a sticker. I don't like it so much. And then all the details. So here we have some compartments. This is a wooden part, and then some imitations here. Okay, but for example here I think there should be some audio system or speakers, and it's not even visible. And then here that's the air conditioning, the ventilator, but it's also very poor quality. It's like not really perforated, only partly. Could be a little bit better. And then we have some buttons here. Yeah, the color over it, it's not so detailed. Then the steering wheel, and this is actually quite nice, and with the Mercedes logo on it and the buttons there. Only the material, yes, it's just plastic, and it doesn't really look like wood or leather. The same maybe with those front seats that don't really look like leather. Yeah, it should be leather, but it's more plastic. And then we have, of course, the rear part. So here it's exactly the same, but with those seats I can also check that there are those screens, which is a nice feature, and then also air conditioning here with some controls, and I think that's basically it. Yeah, so of course the safety belts are everywhere. It's a standard feature for all the models now, and here, yeah, it's quite nice, and the belt as well. Yeah, the clip, it's a little bit large in my opinion, yeah, but still okay. And let me also check from the other side. Here exactly the same things. Maybe now you can see a little bit better the controls and the middle console, and also all the clusters and gauges, and also the glove box, which cannot be opened, but it's nice. Oh, look at here. Here it's really just a sticker or a color looking like it should be perforated, but on the other side actually it was perforated. At least these two rows were perforated, the rest it was just colored. And when I check here, you see that some of them, there are really holes in it. It's perforated. Okay, but just small details, but it's not consistently everywhere the same. And there's actually carpeting here, also nice. And there is this Mercedes-Benz chrome part with all the signs and logos. There are actually two of them, and one is here. It's nice and shiny, and there is another one not so shiny. I don't know why there are two of them, but it's okay. And then in the back, I already told you everything what you need to know, so up to you if you like it or not. I would say it's above average, but it's not really the super high quality. Yeah, it's just maybe a 7 out of 10. That's what I would give the interior. And what I like also is that the rear mirrors are really reflecting reality. So let me just also show you. Okay, maybe you can see it now. It looks just like a regular sticker, but actually, you see, it's nice reflection, and really these are working, not like on some other cars. Okay, so also the exterior is quite beautiful, and I like it. Let me also change the angle a little bit. Autofocus. Okay, so overall this is a nice car. Yeah. Let me also maybe show you from here what is here, and you can see here that there is this AutoArt, and here it says Mercedes-Benz S-Class, but it doesn't say anything about the year or that it's actually 221, and there are some pipes, exhausts, and everything like that. That's nice. Okay, some nice details. When I check the wipers, however, they cannot be moved. Yeah, not really. Okay, so that's one nice car. Look at also here the front grille. It's really shiny, and when I also focus some light on it, it looks very nice. And yeah, I would say that's a nice piece of car. But let me also compare it to the newer one from Noref, which is this one. Okay, so this is the one from Noref, and actually the newer one is much bigger, and here, as I mentioned, the star here, it's much thinner. Here it's really thick. Here it's thin, and overall I think the newer one is also much bigger. Yeah, so also in terms of height and everything, the new one, I don't know. This one from AutoArt, the price is very high. This one from Noref, and I think actually Noref made a really great job, and this one is slightly better. Okay, and it's definitely so much bigger. You can see, for example, if you only compare those, you know, rear mirrors, here they are detailed, nice, big, and everything is like that. I think the difference is because this one is now rare. You cannot really buy it, you cannot find it, only on eBay, and it's really amazingly expensive. On the other hand, this one is not so old, and you can still find it a little bit cheaper, but actually I think in a few years it will be the same difficult to also find this one. Okay, so I'm very lucky because I have all of them, but as I mentioned, this AutoArt, and let me also show you how they look from behind. So again, I think this one is a bit bigger. This is the 222, this is 221, both of them Mercedes S-Class, and I like this one so much more. Yeah, this one was so expensive, but this one for less money, wow, it's the model that you want. But today we are actually reviewing this one. Okay, so the one from AutoArt. If you want to see the older one, you can search in my older videos, and you will see plenty of other reviews of other Mercedes-Benz car, but today really we are focusing on them. And I think now the review is complete. Thank you so much for watching, and what you can do now is to really only check the final rating. So thank you for watching, and talk to you next time. Bye bye.